Hello and g'day from down under. Another video for my Lean Living YouTube channel. This time I'm actually wanting to discuss possibly the use of planting and seed saving and various other things. Now, when you're either dumpster diving or you are saving various kind of like vegetables and seeds from your groceries or whatever, the few ones to look out for, ones that actually have kind of like seeds in them. Now, with things like pumpkins and tomatoes and things, I just suggest to scatter them around your garden. The best ones that actually kind of spontaneously appear, the survivors out of the many hundreds of ones that you actually kind of save and throw around the place, are the ones that survive, are the pioneers, if you like. They found a source of water and nutrients which, if they've managed to actually go through the process which nature puts them against and make it so far, then you will actually have a very strong plant which will need the minimum care and looking after. So generally the best ones that I've had, even the seedlings that I get from the various stores and stuff, don't fare as well in comparison to the ones that you actually just throw into the garden and just spontaneously kind of look after themselves. Now, the various things that you can actually use are things like various spring onions and things. If you cut the bottoms off and just use the rest of them, then essentially that is something that you can actually kind of put into the garden bed. So example here would be a spring onion. No, so not a spring onion, a leek, but spring onions as well would actually also work. And you may or may not be able to see here is the base of a celery. Now there's a small shoot coming out of there. They're not always 100% effective. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It's really depending on climate, soil types and various other things. But the best thing to do is to actually go ahead, give it a try, throw a few seeds in the garden, build up your soil with as many home amendments as you can. So use coffee grinds, compost which you've made yourself, grass clippings. A lot of people are against grass clippings because they say that it brings in a lot of weeds and stuff, but essentially once you get the perfect mix of biomass, kind of like brown leaves, newspaper even sometimes, just to make the proper mix of greens and browns. If you look more on the internet, you should be able to find a little bit more about this. There are some to claim that they are compost masters who make the perfect mix of greens and browns. I don't really think there's too much science to it. You just throw a load of stuff in there, you let the greens work with the browns, and the perfect mix of breaking down then occurs. But that's basically what I've done with the garden beds back there, which are actually, as you may or may not be able to see, are absolutely full of pumpkin. Now, I've given no care to these whatsoever. They've just looked after themselves. Pumpkins, especially in the butternut variety, are very, very kind of hardy, last for a good long while, like once they're actually kind of picked, and they don't tend to go off too much as well, so they store well as well, which is always something that you look out for as well. But otherwise you can always go to dehydration and various other methods to actually keep them. But essentially that is it. I mean, like, have a quick look down there. You see, I mean, literally these things have pretty much overtaken my garden. There's a few bees buzzing around pollinating the things. And the only problem that you might incur is if you have a mixture of different pumpkins, that it may cross-pollinate and stop you from replanting them the year afterwards, because at that point you'll have some kind of hybrid which, even though it might produce some interesting results, may result in something that's not altogether what you're actually looking for to start off with. There's a lot more science and note-taking when it involves like hybrid plants and actually like working up to F1 and different like strains and stuff. But that's a little more sciencey than I actually want to get into this video. But good luck with just general seed saving and planting and growing stuff. It's not always the easiest of things, but the best way to learn is just to have a go and throw it in the garden, see what happens, see what doesn't. Okay, so best of luck with that.